Hi everybody, it's all. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Today I am going to be doing a summer drugstore get ready with me, which features an array of drugstore products, so everything in this makeup look is budget friendly and won't break the bank. Right, with that being said, we're going to get right into this video. So I'm going to be going for a neutral eye with a bright lip. The first things first, I'm going to do my concealer, and you guys know which one is my absolute favourite. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in number 15. I also wear shade number 10, but I feel like this one is the right colour concealer for me at the minute, because at least I can wear this under my eyes and the colour won't see won't see through the product. It does not oxidise either, so at least it matches a lot of skin tones and then it won't dry down darker. And to use this, I'm using a Sigma Round Kabuki F82. I think this is very similar to the Morphe. I believe it's the 510 brush. So it is a nice sharp bristles. And I do have a makeup brush collection video coming up, so you guys get to see what my favourite makeup brushes are to fit a range of budgets. And it's safe to say I would definitely include this one in here because I love how soft this is. It gives it a nice flawless base and it doesn't make anything too cakey. So that is my concealer done. I now need to put my foundation on. Rather than doing a traditional foundation, I'm using this Kiko Daily Protection BB cream. The one I have is shade Porcelain number 2. This is my summer one, so at least this has more of a pink undertone, whereas 01, which I did a full review on, has more of a neutral undertone. So using the same brush again, I'm just going to be working this into my face, and it gives a nice glowy finish as well. So, and I also plan on working and I have mixed this with a little bit of the number 7 Natural Radiance liquid highlighter. So I've just done a little bit on the back of my hand and then applied a layer to it prior to filming. So as you can see, it is giving a really nice radiant glow, perfect for summer. So this is the second of 3 different methods to apply this product. And I do plan on going with the powder highlighter a little bit later on, so you guys get to see what this looks like. And then to set my concealer, I'm going to be taking a little bit of my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. It's just my absolute favourite pressed powder of all. Oops, I've dropped the brush on the floor. And I'm using a Real Techniques powder brush to apply that. I'm only going to go in with a little bit a day because I don't want my face to be totally flat, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit on my chin, on any areas where I put concealer. Right, now to add a bit of colour to my face, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this NYX Buttermelt bronzer. This is in the shade 02, and I'm going to be using a Real Techniques multitask brush to apply it. It does have a slight red undertone, so I'm going very light on it, but it does give a nice natural sun-kissed colour. And this is something that I would definitely take away with me on holiday because it'll still give you that sun-kissed effect. It doesn't look like you guys can see, so I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. And I absolutely love this because it's very travel friendly and sturdy. And it smells amazing as well. It reminds me a bit of rhubarb and custard, and it was the Hoppins in Newcastle not so long ago, so at least it takes me right back to there. And then for powder highlighter, I'm going to be taking this Revolution Just My Type Reloaded highlighter. Just using the same brush because it's the right size for my cheeks. And as you can see with my the light coming in from my right hand side, you can definitely see a really high glow. So I'm really happy with how my face is. Okay, this is what the makeup looks like so far. It's now time to move on to your eyes. Today I'm going to be going for more of a neutral brown colour. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be taking this MUA palette. This is the Burning Embers edition. So the first shade I'm going to be taking is this colour here, which is called Kindling, with a 224 brush. And I'm applying this in my crease. Oh, I've just realised I haven't done my eyelids yet, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that on. Just in with a bit more of my concealer. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to go back in with a little bit of that Kindling shade. I'm going to apply that through my crease. This makeup look is very resembling to my 40s inspired show and tell that I did a couple of weeks ago. I wore this out with the cinema last night. I'll see if I've got a picture, and then I definitely did a more of a cut crease shimmery 40s inspired look because it was a 30s and 40s inspired film convention that I went to. And I'm also going to take a little bit of this bottom shade here, which is called Fume, just to put on the very outer corner of my eyes. I'm not going to do any liquid liner today because I feel like that might be a bit too much for the look we are going for today. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my finger and take this little this shade here, which is called Spark, which is a shimmery, mauvey peach colour, and I'm going to be using that and applying that on my lid. Oh yes, that is very buttery. I used this, so this was the palette that I used a lot through lockdown. I cannot believe we are over halfway through the decade, so this has definitely brought back a lot of memories, and possibly one of my busiest times on YouTube, because it was almost like the peak of my channel, whereas I had lots of time on my hands, and that way I was able to bring more material to you guys. Right then, now my eyes are done, it's now time for mascara. Mascara I am using is my absolute holy grail, and this is the Extra Super Lash by Rimmel. And the last thing we are going to be doing for this look is lips. I'm going to be going in with a lip liner first, and I'm going to be filling my lips in fully with this. I'm going to take this Visage Hotline lip liner in the shade Berry, which is just a nice pinky colour. I also put a little bit of lip balm on this, so this might have dulled it down. And then I'm going to go in with this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Strawberry Cheesecake, which is a nice hot pink. And that is the finished look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed me putting together this look that I wore to the cinema yesterday. And this is definitely a look that I'll see myself wearing when I go away on holiday. I do plan on doing some vlogs on holiday, so stay tuned for that. If you want to watch my Keswick vlog that I did last year, that is available in the description box below, and I also plan on recording some of that as well as visiting the market town of Ulverston, which will be really exciting. I can't wait to see what that has to offer. Be sure to smash the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell so you're the first to hear of any new content. Comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Thanks for watching.